Listen to me. I want to tell you something that happened to me recently in a café, and if you really understand what I saw there, you will finally realize why you have been invisible to women your entire life. There was a man, maybe 25 years old, good-looking, well-dressed, well-groomed. He was sitting across from a woman, and he was trying to impress her. I checked the time, 47 minutes. 47 minutes of doing everything wrong, absolutely everything. And the scary part is this. He thought he was doing everything right. That is the problem. Because this man was not an exception. He was an example of you, of me in the past, of 98% of men. Men who believe they are playing the game correctly while they already lost. And today I'm going to show you why. Why your brain is programmed to fail with women. Why the same pattern keeps repeating. And why it always feels like it never truly works. But I'll tell you something honest. Most people watching this will change nothing. Not because they don't understand it, but because it takes courage to question yourself. You know what's almost ironic? Every man believes he is the exception. Every man thinks his situation is special. I'm a nice guy. I have a good job. I dress well. I'm funny. Listen carefully. None of that matters if you're operating from the wrong internal program. It's like trying to run Windows software on a Mac. No matter how good the software is, it won't work. And that's exactly what you're doing with women. Let me ask you something. How many times have you had a conversation that felt good, easy, natural, connected, and then she was suddenly gone, no explanation, no message, just disappeared? How many times have you been the perfect gentleman, done everything right, and watched her choose a man who clearly treats her worse? That's not bad luck. It's not coincidence. It's psychology, it's dynamics, it's a game. And you're playing it with rules that guarantee failure. Have you ever noticed there's this invisible program running in the back of most men's minds? A silent rulebook you never even questioned. I call it the good boy program. It got installed way back when you were a kid. Maybe your mom told you, be nice to girls. Or a teacher said, you have to respect women. Society chimed in with, happy wife, happy life. And listen, on the surface, all of that sounds perfectly fine. It sounds moral and decent. But here's the problem. It has absolutely nothing to do with creating attraction. You were basically trained to be a people pleaser, to smooth things over, avoid conflict, and keep everything calm. But that approach is a total attraction killer. Why? Because attraction isn't built on safety and comfort. It's built on tension. Think about it. You were raised to be like a golden retriever, friendly, reliable, and completely predictable. But women aren't looking for a pet. They're drawn to a wolf. Now, I don't mean aggressive or dangerous. I mean independent, unpredictable. A man who has his own world, his own purpose, and doesn't need her validation to feel complete. Here's the uncomfortable truth. In every single interaction you have with a woman, there are these small moments of tension. A little spark where something could build. But what do most guys do? They immediately try to diffuse it. She seems a little unsure, so you crack a nervous joke. She challenges something you say and you quickly agree with her. She tests you, and you bend over backward trying to please her. You get so focused on making her feel comfortable that you become, well, just comfortable. And comfort is the enemy of attraction. When was the last time you got genuinely excited about something totally predictable? When did a movie with zero conflict ever keep you on the edge of your seat? It doesn't happen. We crave emotion, a little friction, some uncertainty. But you show up like a boring instruction manual. Page 1, I like you. Page 2, I'll do anything you want. Page 3, please choose me. It's predictable. It's choose. And then you're left wondering why she lost interest. It's time to uninstall that old program. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe for more. Here's where most men make a fatal mistake. They try to understand women with logic. They think in terms of reasons, arguments, and explanations. They believe, if I'm nice, she should like me. Or, if I'm attentive, she'll stay interested. But attraction doesn't work that way. It's not logical, it's emotional. And that's exactly why 98% of men fail. They're trying to play an emotional game with a rational mind, and it just never works. You're searching for reasons, for clarity, for security. But attraction isn't built on a foundation of security. It's built on tension, on uncertainty, on a little bit of friction. And here's the part that really makes a lot of men angry. The more you want a woman to like you, the less she actually will. That's not just an opinion, it's a proven pattern. It's like inverse mathematics. More effort creates less impact. More neediness creates less attraction. The harder you try to do everything right, the faster you lose. I know what you're probably thinking right now. That makes no sense, and you're right. That's exactly why you keep losing. You're trying to make logical sense of something that is purely emotional. Let me ask you this. How many times have you thought, this is going really well? The conversation is flowing, she's laughing, she seems totally interested. And then, out of nowhere, poof, gone. She stops replying. You're left analyzing every single message, every word, every emoji, wondering, what did I do wrong? The answer is brutally simple. You tried too hard to please her. You tried to get everything right, and in doing so, you became predictable and replaceable. Because women don't feel what you think, they feel what you feel. If you're feeling hopeful, needy, or dependent on her approval, she senses it. Not consciously, but she feels that shift, and in that moment, the entire dynamic collapses. It's not because you were rude or disrespectful, it's because you lost your position of strength. If you want to change this pattern, hit that subscribe button, and let's dive deeper in the next video. Thanks for watching. Now comes the part most men ignore. Not because it's complicated, but because it's uncomfortable. Understanding is not enough. You can logically agree with everything. You can nod along. You can say, that makes sense. And still, nothing will change. Why? Because your old program is stronger than your intellect. The moment you meet an attractive woman, it activates again. You want to please. You want to do it right. You want to avoid mistakes. And suddenly, you're back to who you were. Change requires more than insight. It requires repetition, failure, adjustment. I went through this. At first, I overcorrected. First, I went from too nice to too distant. From always available to absent. I made mistakes, a lot of them. But here's what surprised me. Even my mistakes worked better than my old doing everything right, because I stopped begging for approval. And then came the moment everything clicked. I was on a date with a very attractive woman, and suddenly I realized I was bored. Not because she was bad, but because the connection wasn't there, and for the first time, I didn't stay. I said, "You're very beautiful, but this conversation is doing nothing for me. I'm going home." And I left. Do you know what happened? She called me that same night, then again the next day, and again for a week, not because I played games, not because I manipulated her, but because I respected my time. That is real strength, and now comes the part you can't avoid. This isn't about getting women. It's about stopping your need for them. The moment you stop chasing validation is the moment you become attractive. When your life is full, when you have goals, when you have standards, when you're willing to walk away, you're no longer begging. You're selecting. And yes, this path is lonely at first. People who benefited from your compliance will disappear. That's not loss. That's purification. Because on the other side is something real. Real attraction. Real respect. Real connection. Now it's up to you. Do you keep doing what hasn't worked? Or do you finally choose to act differently? Comfort or growth? Excuses or responsibility? You already know the answer. The only question is when you'll stop lying to yourself. That's all.